Hi everyone, it's Julia with My Angels Have Got This. How are you guys doing? This is lesson 11. So the good news is that we're over halfway done, right? For those of you that are doing the lessons, I'm so proud of you. Keep up the good work. Yeah, we're almost there, right? I think there's 20 lessons altogether. All right, so I hope you guys are all doing great. I'm sending you all my love and light. I know it was hard with the full moon and doing these lessons and all that kind of stuff, but it's okay. It's going to be okay. All right, so we're going to talk about mistake making and learning from those mistakes today. All right, so just know and be okay with yourself, no matter what has happened, that every mistake you make is a life lesson, right? Especially in your personal relationships. You may think I'm trying to tell you this because, to make everything right, everything that you've done, it's not like that, okay? I strongly believe that if you don't learn to embrace your mistakes, right, and your failures, and you don't stop punishing yourself for things that you've done, then you'll never be able to improve within a relationship. So you're saying to yourself, okay, Julia, but what really constitutes a wrongful act or a mistake, right? Take a look at how many relationships you've had, or maybe you've accused the other person, right, to prove them wrong. Or is it really a process of a lifelong learning process? When we're in a romantic relationship, right, it presents us with an opportunity for fast track learning. Most of the mistakes in a romantic relationship happen because of communication. We don't communicate correctly, right? And then we get in this huge argument and all this stuff happens. We either do it in two extremes, right? We either suppress our feelings and we don't say how we're feeling, or we get into the same fight over and over and over and over again. And when we talk about the wrong approach, it's the way that we're communicating whatever we want to say within the relationship. Some people say, don't we really want to be happy? Do we have to have an intense fight within our relationship to constitute that as a relationship? Can it change? Of course it can. The best thing to do, of course, is to try not to get into a fight, right? And like I said, it all stems from communicating well. The one tendency that we have, that we do, is that we always tend to point out the mistakes our partner's making, right? And then it makes this whole explosive situation happen in the relationship, right? And it's something that we all have done in past relationships, in our current relationships, and evidently, right, it didn't work out too well. And it's very easy to fall into these patterns, okay? But it's a boring and repetitive process. So now that you're making this new beginning, right? I'm telling you, be cautious, okay? Even before you get into this new relationship. And remember that the best way to change these patterns, right, is the total acceptance of your perfect match. Just the way he or she is physically and emotionally. So It's time to remove the negativity from our mistakes and the mistakes of our future partner, right? And love them without having any fear. And again, I'm telling you, whatever mistakes that you've gone through or you've created or somebody else did to you, it's a life lesson, right? It's a life lesson. So don't be so hard on yourself. You learned something from those relationships, and it made you who you are today, right? So here's your assignment. I want you to think of the 3 biggest mistakes you made in your life. You can write them down as headings on 3 separate pages in your notebook, right? And under each one, dedicate 5 lines to describing the story and the main characters in it. I'll give you a second. Now you can go back and fill each page with a description of what you learned from each mistake and how it helped you to become a better person. First, by understanding yourself better, then by understanding others. How did the mistake help you become who you are today? You can also write down ways in which this experience helped you generally in your life. So this practice is going to help you understand that something you consider a mistake can actually become a helpful lesson if we view it through a different perspective, a different lens, right? Once you get done writing these 3 things, these 3 pages, go back and read it again, right? See if there's any patterns there. Acknowledge what has happened and release it. Okay? Okay. Sending you all my love and light, and my blessings, of course, to you. And once again, you're doing a great job. Share the video with those who need it, right? Because I'm doing this out of love for you guys. And you can do an act of kindness by sharing it with somebody who is struggling within their relationships. Okay, maybe they don't have that perfect one. Maybe they just got out of a toxic situation. You know what I mean, right? And by turning them on, we can change somebody's life, right? So they can find happiness and find love. Anyways, I'm sending you all my love and kisses. So proud of you. Bye.